Hey everybody, I'm Avery and this is Misha, and welcome to the Wilsey Family Farm. We're glad that you're here. We wanted to just do a little brief introduction and kind of give a tour of our place here and give some insight to the things that we're trying to do here. To start out, we are a first generation at this. We were not born into it. We didn't have any type of operation to go to when we started, and really for me it started when I was a little kid. I wanted to be a farmer from the time I was very little, and that started out as a row crop farmer, but as time went on I've kind of changed my ideas and gearing it more towards livestock. And as I got older I realized that that was going to take a lot of time and a lot of money, and it was going to be tough to get into it and make it profitable right off the bat. So I chose a different career path to start off in. And with that being said, we bought our first place a few years back and built our house and started trying to homestead. And we raise a garden and chickens and things of that nature. Well, that has kind of spiraled into this place here. This place came available for sale and it was close by. We're just a quarter mile from our house, so we didn't feel like we could pass on it. And we bought it and started baling square bale hay off of it. And so far, that has been really our main source of farm income. We are hoping to be able to grow it into being able to run broilers down here. We already run broilers and laying hens at our house, so we're hoping to be able to expand and grow a little bit and move them down here, as well as be able to raise some freezer beef. So we've got several projects lined up that we want to kind of show you guys what we're going to do here, so you guys have some idea of what's coming up on the channel. We're hoping to be able to show all of it and take you guys along. So this property we're on right here is 15 acres in total. It has 2 ponds on it that are in need of a lot of work. That is something we're going to try to get tackled in the near future. When we bought this property, it was used primarily as a hayfield, and we kept that same idea going here. We bought our equipment and we started baling it, and so far that's all we've really done with it. We did it our first year and that kind of snowballed into doing some other places close by, and we've kind of made, I don't even want to call it a business, but we've made a lot of our farm income doing some custom work and doing some places on shares, things like that. This place here, it wasn't being sprayed or fertilized. We haven't sprayed or fertilized it. We really don't have intentions to spray it, and nothing against anybody that does. That's just a kind of an idea that we're trying to take and use, apply towards this. We do have some ideas that we want to try to implement for a fertility program, maybe some rotational grazing, things like that. But for right now, that's what we're going to do. We just cut it one time a year. We don't try to take too much from it. I'll come in this fall and probably sickle bar mow it, maybe brush hog it to give it some thatch over the winter. All of this property is not really fenced. There is some fence in some spots, but it's all in really bad shape, so it's all got to be torn out. All of the fence lines, not all, most of the fence lines have brush growing in them. We've got to clear that out. So we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to take you around and show you some different aspects of it. So we're going on a little walk here, and Misha and I are talking about our plans here. We filmed well, we attempted to film this the other day, and it was very hot. And the bugs were bad, and we're just talking about how much nicer the weather is today. It's about 65 degrees, there's a north wind. It's like heaven on earth. We're really enjoying today a whole lot more. Yeah. So a little tidbit that we recorded yesterday, and I couldn't find it when I was editing it, so I mentioned it later in the video, and I've got to include it now. We are trying to do this, every bit of this that we can, with cash. We borrowed a portion of the money to buy the land, but with the exception of that, everything else is we're paying cash, not borrowing no loans other than our mortgage on it, no credit cards, nothing like that. We feel like that's very important. For this to work and be sustainable, we can't be making payments to a bank or a lender of any type every month. So we are back up closer to the gate where you come into our property here, and we're thinking that this is the area that we want to build a barn in. So there is all this area right here. That's hard to tell because of the difference in the grass, but all the way across right here to about right there, it's good and flat. It kind of drops off into a ravine back down there. We're thinking that this will be a great spot to put a barn. We don't know exactly what type of barn yet. We don't know what size. It's going to maybe be something that we have to kind of piece together a little bit at a time, because we're, like I stated earlier, we are going to try to do this entirely by cash. So with the barn, we're thinking we can build a corral out here as well. That way we've got some housing and some pens to use for our livestock. So this is one of the two ponds I was talking about. It's probably not 4 foot deep out in the middle, and it's just a mess, really. I don't know any other way to put it. It's not very big. I mean, it's probably, it might be 30 yards across there, 35 yards. We would like to eventually dig this out, clean it up, make it where it's actually a usable pond that we could use for watering livestock. But for now, it is probably way down on the project priority list until we get a barn and fencing and things like that done. So we are back over in the almost farthest northeast corner of the place, and this is what most all of the fence line back here looks like. It's all pretty grown up. It's all pretty good sized trees. Well, it's 50-50. A lot of it's brush, but there's a lot of pretty good sized trees right there. So we've got to come in and brush hog this and cut a lot of the brush out to get a fence put up through here. Our idea with fencing this is there's a bad problem with stray dogs around here, and we can't keep as close of an eye on this as we want to. We're a quarter mile away. I can stand on my back porch and see over here, but I can't keep great vision on it 24/7. Our thoughts are with fencing to put woven wire, field fence, sheep and goat fence, something like that around, all the way around the perimeter, and then all the way across to section it off into different paddocks. We'll use hot wire. The only reason we're going with the woven wire or field fence is just for the protection of the dogs. That is going to be an issue, I think, if we don't do that. So we're trying to be proactive to do what we need to. It's a big investment to put that fence in all the way around, but I think we're going to be glad we did it in the long run. So even if these fences were good, another issue here is a lot of them are in the wrong spot. And what I mean by that is right over behind that cedar tree is the post, the corner post. About probably 8 feet back to the north there is where the property line actually is. So we want to try to get everything squared away as good as we can. This fence right here, we're in the far east fence line here. It is also in the wrong spot. It is really, the fence line is about from where the cut grass is here. It's about 5 feet back over, 5 to 6 feet back over to the east. So we want to try to get everything put where it's supposed to be. But the one good thing about this stretch of fence through here is there's really no clearing involved. There's just one little tree down there that's right, looks to be right dead center of the fence line, but that ain't no thing. So running in succession with fence lines being out of place, I'm pretty sure the 5 feet that they gained to the east, they stole it from over here and shorted themselves on this, because this corner is the far southeast corner and it's about 5 or 6 feet off that direction. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if this was all one place through here at one time and it was just kind of a handshake type fence line. I don't know, but we're going to try to get all of that squared away. This is all of the south fence line. About all of it looks like this. It's probably the best fence we have out of the whole place. There is barbed wire and post in here. It's not great, but it is better than nothing, I do suppose. We're going to try to get this. We're going to try to leave as much as we can just for windbreak, things like that, but we are going to take out whatever we need to make fencing easier and maintaining a fence easy, because I don't really want to have to fight it if I don't have to. We were just admiring how much the grass has bounced back as far as greening up. It got very dry right after we baled. We got a little over 38 inches of rain back from about April 15th to July 15th-ish. And it was just crazy there for a while, the amount of rain we did get. But it got dry really quickly. And we were kind of worried about this bouncing back good after all of the rain, or after all of the dry spell. But we got about a 3-inch rain about a week ago now, and it has, in a week's time, has made this just green up quickly. So we are very thankful for that. So like many other places around here, there just is, I assume, family dumps. That's where they dumped their trash for many years before trash service was a thing, I guess. And luckily, this one, there's one right here behind this tree. It doesn't have a ton of stuff in it. It's mainly an old couch and beer cans, and like somebody might have been living there at one time. I don't know, but nonetheless, we've got a dumpster coming to do some cleanup over on another building that I will show here shortly. And when we get that cleaned up, we're going to get all that cleaned up as well, because I can't stand that. So this is the other pond that I was talking about. It's probably every bit of an acre. It's pretty good size, but it also is probably not 4 or 5 feet deep out in the middle. Well, this pipe right out here is actually, there's like a sandbar there, so there's no fish in here, I don't think. If there is, there are very few, because you can come out here and never see fish hit the water. But we are thinking maybe to come in to salvage the pond, come in and cut it in half and try to clean that up over there, because it's not, I mean, even with all the rain we got back in the spring, that wasn't 6 inches deep over there. And we're thinking if we kind of cut it in half, dig this area back over here out, we can gain, you know, 1/3 to 1/2 of an acre there of grazing ground that we're losing just because of a pond that's not very functional. So that is something that is on the agenda to get taken care of later on down the road. Right over here by this cedar tree is our property line. It makes kind of a U shape back over this way around another property. Well, from that cedar tree, it runs right straight across that. And our other property corner is right over there. Now, this video may seem like a lot of talk about fencing, and that is because this is going to be a very large project for us. We have a ton of work ahead of us with this, and this right here is going to be something that's pretty ugly, because I don't know how we're going to tackle this yet. This pond on the other side of this fence has breached the dam at some point in time, and the water has got back over here, back over this direction. So as far, I mean, from the tree back over to about right there is not going to be a problem, really. I mean, there's a dam all the way across that. But from there on over to the other tree line, it's going to involve a boat is about the only thing I can think to get a fence stretched across there. It's not very deep, I don't know, a couple feet maybe, and I'm hoping maybe it'll dry up some. But nonetheless, that's going to be a pain, and it's not something I'm necessarily looking forward to, and neither is Misha, but it's got to be done, and we'll show you guys what we do to remedy that. Well, we hope you enjoyed our video, getting to see all the plans we have in store for building our farm and for our channel. We really appreciate everybody that has liked and subscribed to our channel and our videos. If you haven't already, please do so. And for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.